A modest restaurant worker, a man named Ishimatsu, calmly walks into the center of the frightening gunfight. With an astonishingly casual demeanor, he single-handedly disarms the assailant in a spectacular moment of action. His sole grievance was that the assailant was making too much noise, an unbelievably suave remark to make. And in that instant, with that one amazing deed, Ishimatsu's fabled journey into the brutal Yakuza underworld commences. He quickly earns the Oyaban's trust and becomes an initiated member of the syndicate. But my word, it soon becomes apparent that Ishimatsu is a truly formidable force of nature. He displays a cold and reckless aggression, often behaving without self-control. He grows completely fixated on a lovely bar attendant named Chico, and his fascination is perilously strong. In a dreadful act, he compels her into a relationship, forcing her to live with him entirely against her wishes. Obeying directives from his clan, Ishimatsu nonchalantly dispatches a mid-ranking rival as if it meant nothing. He knows he will be jailed for this action, and what he does next is unexpected. He bestows every last bit of his money upon Chico, a truly enormous sum, before being apprehended for the killing. Chieko, however, considers this immense fortune an unbearable weight and frantically attempts to give it back. During his 5 years of incarceration, he forms an important friendship. Ishimatsu befriends another Yakuza named Amimura, and they become sworn brothers through a pact. On the day of his release, he finds 2 people waiting for him at the gates. His sworn brother Amimura and the steadfast Chico are both there to greet his return to society. The Oyabun, who is indebted to Ishimatsu for his very life, even hosts a splendid celebration in his honor. It is quite extraordinary, but despite Ishimatsu's aggressive disposition, Chieko starts to truly love him. She becomes his most loyal champion, a ray of hope in his profoundly dark and turbulent existence. Nevertheless, freedom appears to send Ishimatsu's destructive conduct spiraling even further out of control. His violence becomes so uncontrolled that he attacks senior members of his own clan, an unprecedented action. When the Oyabun learns of this conduct, Ishimatsu goes to him to ask for forgiveness. But then, the most calamitous misinterpretation imaginable unfolds directly before our eyes. He spots the Oyabun reaching for an object and believes the boss is pulling a firearm to discipline him. In a shocking, ruinous turn of events, Ishimatsu fires upon the very man whose life he previously rescued. Confronted with this utterly disastrous predicament, he has only a single person he can possibly ask for aid. He seeks help from Amimura, his sworn brother from prison. Comprehending the dire circumstances, Amimura makes the weighty choice to shelter his friend for a time. This solitary action brands Ishimatsu an absolute traitor to his syndicate, and he instantly becomes a marked man. The clan, seeking information, pursues Chico, the person closest to him. They cause grave injury to her in their merciless quest to discover Ishimatsu's location. They also pressure Amimura, believing he is hiding Ishimatsu, but he remains loyal. When Ishimatsu covertly visits Chieko's home and witnesses the dreadful results of his former syndicate's brutality, something inside him breaks. His fury erupts into a spectacular, all-consuming firestorm of pure, unadulterated revenge. He commences a truly stunning one-man war against every last member of his former clan. With his funds running low, Ishimatsu visits a casino run by Amimura and borrows a large sum of money. When Amiramura learns of this, he realizes his friend displays absolutely no regret for any of his actions. Ishimatsu proceeds with his ruinous rampage, even sinking into the appalling depths of substance abuse. This is the ultimate sorrowful turning point for Amamura, and he becomes deeply disillusioned with the man he called a brother. In an incredible development, Amira strikes a deal with the Oyabun, who amazingly survived the attack, to dispatch Ishimatsu. Amiramura's underling then reports Ishimatsu's illegal activities to the authorities. The authorities deploy an entire company of officers, a truly astonishing force, just to apprehend this one fabled Yakuza. When Ishimatsu discovers he has been double-crossed, he grasps with crushing certainty it was his sworn brother who betrayed him. While detained, he devises an unusual and unpleasant escape plan. He covertly adds milk to his rice to make it spoil, then purposefully consumes the foul mixture to induce food poisoning. Using the self-induced illness as a pretext, he escapes during his hospital transfer. He proceeds directly to Amamura's residence, now a man entirely consumed by the thirst for vengeance. Amira, sorrowfully oblivious that his grave secret is exposed, actually helps Ishimatsu regain his vitality. Once his power is restored, Ishimatsu enacts his dreadful retribution upon Amimura for the ultimate deception and then escapes. Discovering that Amimura endured the initial assault, Ishimatsu comes back with terrifying resolve to complete the task permanently. He also tracks down the syndicate members responsible for injuring Chico. Ultimately, after his phenomenal path of vengeance, the fabled Ishimatsu at last meets his own sorrowful and inescapable demise.